What up, dog? And welcome to Let's Talk Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Monday, September 19th, 2022, the first Victory Monday of the season, man. I'm so glad it came so early in the season this year. On deck for today's show, we recap the Lions' 36-27 win over those Commanders. LL gives us thoughts on how the offense played. Coach Jones takes the defense, and I name my boss up. Balled out and balled on players of the game. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. And y'all see him down there, man, in his Victory Monday shades and chain. Our resident Rick Ross is my man. LL Cool Tones. What's going on, my dude? Oh, man, he's smoking the Victory cigar today, man.
Victory Monday. What's up, Proud Nation? Let's go.
Man, y'all know who it is, man. Fresh off of 2 wins this weekend, 3 with Jackson Northwest, the Wolverines, and the Lions, man. It's the Wolverine himself. Who?
Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
Right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome back to the happiest moment in Lions history right now. I'm just playing with you, Kurt. Go on, tell them what's going on with this Victory Monday, man.
Man, before we get into the stats of the game, team stats, Commanders fans, that was all in our comments. I heard you were looking for me, bitch. Here I go. I said we weren't scared of y'all. I mean, I meant that thing. You know what I'm saying? I meant it. And it showed up on Sunday. Let's look at the stats. First downs. The Commanders had an edge, 21-17. Passing first downs, they had 15. Rushing first downs, it was tied. No, they had 6 and we had 5. Third down efficiency. We wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? Neither team was great. 7 for 15 for them, 4 for 13 for us. We went 0 for 2 on 4th down. Okay. Here we go. Here's the yardage. 425 yards for the Lions. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? 234 through the air and 191 on the ground. Time of possession, they had it 32 because we scored so quick. We need the ball that long. 32 minutes to 27 minutes. Here's the penalty. Here's the thing that I like the most. We had one penalty all game. That was the Penei Sewell false start. That was it. And with all the backups playing, with Logan Stenberg and man, Big Dan Skipper playing, we had one penalty. They didn't get a holding call. None of that stuff happened, man. They played a clean game in the Motor City. Let's kind of get into the rest of the game, man. Well. The Lions learned how to finish the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Jumped out to that huge lead, the 22-0. Offense when defense was clicking. There's still some timing issue between Goff and his receivers, especially TJ Hockenson. Defense played better in the first half and down the stretch in the fourth quarter because they got some stops when they needed to. Washington exploited some matchups in the second half, which I thought they would do in the first half. But once we did what we needed to do, we made them one-dimensional, and they had to throw the ball. So they got some plays in, but the offense answered back with TDs of their own to keep the score out of reach. Some miscues by Washington special teams helped as well. We missed extra point, failed 2-point conversion, and like I said, one penalty the whole game. The Lions played a clean game. They have and did what they need to do to win and not suffer a comeback loss. Because think about this. We Lions fans, we've seen this all too often when we get out to a lead and then it start getting chipped away, and then all of a sudden, man, it's an L instead of a W. But the offense showed up, and when they needed to, they answered back, and some big plays from Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. The backups battled all game. They weren't perfect, but they competed, and they helped us win. So it was a good game from start to finish. DirecTV, you owe me some money because my feed, the whole Sunday ticket thing was down like most of the second quarter and third quarter. So like it was the feed was and it wasn't just like where I'm looking at, mine, it was the whole site was just down. So yeah, DirecTV, I'll be sending you a quick email today. That's for my money back, man. But what you guys think about the game on Sunday as a whole?
Yeah, man. It was good, man. We had a lot of backups in, man, and for once it wasn't a reason of excuse. That's one thing that's changed with the Lions. That it was like, oh, we got backups in, man. So that's the reason for us to falter. No, they took it like, hey, we still got to play. We still got to go forward. And you can tell that attitude change is really helping in Detroit. And you can also tell that the roster is starting to get filled out. It's not quite there yet, but it's starting to fill out when you can rely on the next man up, in a couple positions to do their thing, man. And yeah, man, I want to give a ball out in offense to a certain gentleman. I'll wait till we get to that, man. But
Okay.
overall, man, I'm just happy that we played with our backups in and we were still able to sustain and get this victory, man.
Okay, for real, man. All those fans, what I'm saying, in the comments, all on the videos. Come to Detroit, baby. What you got, LL?
Yeah, man. I'm honestly just glad we pulled out the victory, man. No matter how you shake it. We got out to that big lead. We didn't hold on to that lead, but I'm glad we held on to the lead, So that's pretty much it, man. I'm just glad we ended up getting a big win. We knew that we could win this game, and we ended up winning the game. That's what's most important. Winning games that we know that we can win.
Yeah, and by the time the kickoff went with all the betting and the injuries, the actual Commanders was actually favored by 1.5 by the time kickoff. But we won the game. Like we said, you're supposed to win the games you're supposed to win. And this was the game we were supposed to win. No matter what the Commanders fan base or the team itself thought, we were favored all the way up until really to kickoff. You know what I'm saying? With the betting kind of flip-flop because of the, we brought in the backups, man. And it was, and when you see something like that, when you see the backups coming in, it's the next man up is in lip service in Detroit. It's actual fact that these guys are bought in and then they come in and they're going to play. And Hank Fraley, man, what a coach. What a coach, man. That guy, Hank Fraley is a beast of a coach because he has his guys ready to go no matter who's on the field, and we'll talk about the guy more and more when we get to the offense. But man, great showing by the backups in this game right here. All right, so hey, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Y'all know what it is. We're Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, man. And we're gonna go ahead and make you part of the Prowl Nation family. So get on the bus, Gus. Get on the train, Ryan. Get on this ride, Clyde, with us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl to get to 4,000 subscribers. Okay, now it's time for the family discussion topic for today. What'd you think of the win? Let us know. Give us your thoughts on the Lions win. Better, for worse. I ain't complaining. It wasn't perfect, but I would take this W, especially over a fan base that was talking mad-ish to us, saying how bad of an organization we were, and all this mess. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the one in the news, not us. I'm just saying. All right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to get yourself some Lions gear, Commanders fans, if you want to get yourself some Lions gear, go into click the link in the description below for fanatics.com, man. Go ahead, come on over, man. To us, right here with Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So go ahead, man. A portion of the proceeds from that link will help us go to content on this show. I'm being facetious, man. Some of the Commanders guys was really cool, man. They was pretty straight, but some of the guys that was in our comments was talking reckless, and we gonna address that later on in the show as well. We're gonna keep it going. But if you want to get yourself some LNU gear, go to LNUshop.com, man. They help us bring you this content. So while you're over there, man, go ahead and download the app for Lions Nation Unite, man. You can get it in your Google, Android, or Apple app stores. Man, it's the one-stop shop. The ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans is Lions Nation Unite. Go ahead and go to lionsontheprowl.com and hang out with us over there. While you're over there, get yourself some Prowl Nation gear online. It's on the prowlshop.com. I got to get these bills out of the way because we got some things to talk about, man. First up, man, y'all see him down there, man, because he then came out the Himalayas with the shades on, smoking in the victory cigar today. I got to kick it to him, man. Step into the mic. LL Cool. What's going on, my dude?
Well. Happy Victory Monday to you, gentlemen. Happy Victory Monday to Lions fans all around the world today. It's just good to feel. It just feels good to get this win. Last year we had to wait a long while to get this win. This year, not so much. And it kind of helped. It kind of makes you think that maybe we could have got a win last week. But it shakes out how it shakes out. But the running theme is, we had some injuries and we had to rely on some backups. We had to rely on Logan Stenberg last week. This week around, we had to rely on Evan Brown and Dan Skipper. And those guys held their own. Like Curt said in the opener, we only gave up one sack. That was huge. We had not one sack. We only had one penalty. That was the Panay false start. Watching it, there was a couple of them. It was on, I forget which big run it was. Panay got away with a hole, but I'm not gonna complain because that's how it goes sometimes. There's been plenty of times we watching and we getting that hole. We watching that hole go against. I mean, in the opposite way, where we young, hey, call that hole. But whatever. I'm glad. Once again, I'm just mostly glad that we end up getting this win. On the offense side of the ball, it was pretty decent offensive game. And we had a big play on that third down play to St. Brown. It kind of tricked the cameraman, but he ended up making that big play. Ended up with 3 out of that first drive. We seen a few real nice runs. I got to see Matt Nelson out there. He was out there swinging around, cracking people over. We ended up getting a turnover on downs. I didn't like the play calling there, but and that's in my mind on the goal line. But in my mind, if you're gonna go for it, I would have ran it on 3rd and 4th down. But we got to see that as well. That our drives pretty much stall when we don't run it at all. Like when we're not able to get we're not able to get any momentum with our run game. Our drives really stall. I'm certain that they'll tighten it up. I'm certain they'll figure ways to keep it rolling. But that, to me, that is the biggest concern. Even on the win, that is the biggest concern. I mean, we can't go into these lulls. But we got to see. Well, we saw after we forced a turnover. We got to force them into some mistakes. I miss the days of seeing the big play after the turnover, after we get the ball back. Like if we go out and stop it with a big 3 and out. Just go out, be real super aggressive on the next play. I mean, on the next drive. But I'm certain that we'll figure that part out. Hot casting drops. Of course, we got to see the Sun God get loose for a couple of touchdowns. He even had a great big old run, like I mentioned earlier. Goff held on. Goff had an opportunity to play real shitty this game, and he didn't. He went the opposite way. He started leaning to playing just like the Goff that I hate, and he didn't. So great for him. Our offense has scored touchdowns in 12 straight quarters, the longest in the NFL, by the way. St. Brown ties Herman Moore with 6 straight games with a touchdown catch. So shout out to my man, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Again, aggressive. We got to be aggressive out of the 3 and out. We got to see a lot of we got to see some other play action. And it did work. We got to see the big one, Reynolds, on the goal line or in the red zone for the touchdown. I see that we tried a couple of trick plays, and it was around the league. I don't know if you guys watch any highlights. There's a few trick plays out there. So I'm not just going to stick it to just us, but I don't want to be the trick play team. It seems like we always got a trick play up our sleeve. I don't necessarily mind it, but I don't want to be the trick play team. Drop issues continue with DJ Chark, but the run game maintained strong. We was able to move the ball the entire game, mostly on the ground. Great play call with the play action. When he ended up going to the play action to Reynolds the second time around. Goff tried to give it away, like I said earlier. Let's see here. 58-yard sweep to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nice play to Hawk with the play action. St. Brown finished with 11 touches, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. Swift, another offensive standout in this game, finished with 7 touches, 87 yards, and a receiving touchdown. And most consecutive games, we got to update that list. Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he continues his role with 8 straight games of 8+ catches. So he's amongst the likes of Antonio Brown, Michael Thomas, and he beat out he extended it past the likes of Travis Kelce and Anquan Bolden. Anquan Bolden is one of my favorite all-time NFL players. He even played a little bit here in Detroit. He helped when he was here. So shout out to the offense. The offense held their own. We ended up putting up some big points this game, extending some streaks, making some names known out there. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man, we had some good balance. It was a good balance.
Great
pass and runs. Swift, St. Brown, Williams, and Reynolds all made solid contributions in the run game. You can tell that they had Swift on a pitch count. You can tell that they were kind of like, we're gonna use you, but we're gonna use you sparingly, because he had some big stretches where he was just on the sideline. But the guys came in, they played good, man. Goff didn't turn the ball over, even though he tried. He showed almost through an interception. But he had 4 tutties on the game, man. Sun God dominated the game on the ground and the air. I'm saying it right now. I'm calling it. I'm predicting it. Amon-Ra St. Brown needs to be the offensive player of the week. Unless somebody from the Eagles or Vikings goes banana tonight. 184, like you said, all-purpose yards with 2 touchdowns is all the proof I need. That Hawk and Goff, man, they need to get that timing down, man. And I don't know what's going on with Hawk dropping these catches, man, dropping these passes. Maybe he ain't throwing it hard enough. Maybe he ain't throwing it hard enough like Stafford did. That's why he keep dropping the passes. I don't know, man. But Chark was locked down most of the game. But that Whoopi, though. That Whoopi with that toe drag swag, man. I was feeling that toe drag swag on that touchdown, man. But all of the offense, man, we played good. The offense was balanced. When you have it where it was, like I said, it was 191 on the ground and another 2 and some change through the air. And the Lions offense right now, we're looking at their stats. They are second in points. And the only reason they're second in points is because the team ahead of them is who? The Eagles. They haven't played it yet. So with their average, they may be the top scoring team as far as offense in the league.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, for real. We're 4th in yards at 405 yards per game. And we're 3rd in rushing with 186 yards per game. When the last time the Lions offense was in the top 5 in rushing ever? Man, it's been a long ass time. But the offense played well, man. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yeah, man. Everything y'all said, man. Plus, I want to throw in that Jared Goff is seemingly getting a little bit more comfortable. Even though he almost threw that 1 interception, he had a QB rating of 121.7.
Yep.
So that lets you know, man, with 4 touchdowns, or as my team like to say, 4 tutties. That's how the young high school boys talk now. You know what? The person I want to give the offensive ball to is Dan Skipper. Man, look, as much as we like to clown on Dan Skipper, I know I do. Dan Skipper got called up, and he's been a backup tackle, like a practice team tackle. He got called up and started at left guard, and he did his thing, man. He started at left guard. Evan Brown started at center. Logan Stenberg started at right guard, and we didn't miss a beat at all.
Yeah. Gave up 3 sacks, but giving up 3 sacks to that line with that group, that is decent.
Right, yeah, man. And just to have 191 total rushing yards is just ridiculous, man. That we had that without our starting interior offensive line, none of them. So man, that's a big salute to Hank Fraley, man. Hank Fraley, you want to go from an O-line coach to a head coach? Talk to Hank Fraley, man, because, man, I swear, man, Deucer, Hank Fraley, man, they got it, man. They are it, and I'm just glad they're on the Lions, man. I'm glad that finally
Mm-hmm.
coaching is a reason for success. Coaching has
Right.
hindered us in the past in certain situations. I'm just glad that because of coaching, we're able to succeed and thrive in the game.
Yeah,
I hope we
definitely.
can keep them around, man.
Yeah, definitely. Because they gonna be sniffing now. They were sniffing last year. They're gonna be sniffing
Right.
now. They're gonna be sniffing now. Because remember, Hank Fraley almost went to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Or I said
Yeah.
that last year. I said that's one of the biggest coaching moves was bringing him back into the fold, man. Gotta love Frank Fraley, man. Hey, man, if you like the content, man, go ahead, like the video, share the video, give us a comment in the description, in the comment section on how you think the offense played in this game on Sunday, man. But now it is time to change gears and switch on over to that defensive side of the ball, man. It is time for our defensive coach to give his thoughts on the defense. It is my man, who?
Coach Jones about to give his breakdown on the defense, man. And first and foremost, you already know it's the Wolf of Lion. So I gotta first give my shout out to Aiden Hutchinson. Man, y'all fans and mostly Lions fans was on Twitter talking that nonsense about he didn't even get a tackle. Who cares about the 3 pressures that he got? And then lo and behold, week 2, 3 sacks, 6 tackles. Man, shut the hell up and just wait, man. That's all I was like, come on, man. Y'all people like that are just praying and just in back of their minds is hoping for a slip up or something to go on and attack that young man. Man, A. Hutchinson is a boss. He is a boss and a baller, and y'all need to chill out. On other things, man. Isaiah Buggs, man, he's holding it down. That was the biggest pickup on the waivers that we could have got was Isaiah Buggs, man. He is a force. I don't know how he got away. Who was it? Pittsburgh?
Yep,
I don't
Pittsburgh.
know how he got away from Pittsburgh. But thank you. Thank you, Mike Tomlin. For cutting this man because man Isaiah Buggs is holding it down right now.
Was that what's the their defensive coordinator was ours. What's his name?
Terrell Austin.
Terrell Austin, yeah.
Terrell Austin. Hey, thank you. And then too, our defense, it faltered in the second half. It took a step back, but both of our starting corners went down. Amani Warrior and Jeff Okudah was cramping, and they went down, and we didn't use it as an excuse. Just like on offense, we didn't use not having the 3 interior linemen as an excuse. We didn't use not having both the corners out there as an excuse to just let it rip. And I think that's one of the biggest factors in this team is when people go down, they don't be like, oh, okay, well, they're down, so we're just gonna give that up. We're just gonna get they still compete. And that's a shout out to AG, man. They still compete. And linebackers played pretty good. Anzalone actually, Anzalone actually played downhill.
Yep, actually he did. I saw that.
he actually filled holes, was scraping. I'm like, okay, Anzalone, whatever your name is, man. Hey, man, shout out to him, man, because he was doing this thing, man. And I'm just glad that that the defense held strong enough for a while because everybody know they pitched that shutout in the first half, man, and that's what it is, man. And I think they're growing. They'll get better, and with another draft, I think that defense will be right where it need to be, man. What's your thoughts on it?
Now, we got to talk to man, Aiden Hutchinson, man. 3 sacks in the first half. Charles Harris, strip sack for the safety, man. I'm feeling that. They blitzed when they needed to, and this is what made me happy. I didn't see the NASCAR package as nearly as much as this game, but it didn't need to because Wentz isn't a running quarterback, so they could get pressure with 4 guys or 5 guys, because he's not that running quarterback like he was when he first came to the league. He had all those injuries, so he's not that guy. Okudah played solid. Before his legs cramped up, man, he locked down Scary Terry in coverage, man. Most of McLaurin's 75 yards receiving came in the slot against Mike Hughes. The score and the defensive play in the first half made the Commanders one-dimensional, man, for most of the game. The defense, they bent, but it didn't break. I just like the fact that they competed the whole game. We knew that you couldn't, like, you're not going to stop a team most likely the whole game. Not with our defense, just because of the fact of how young they are and how many pieces that we have missing. But we didn't break, man, and we held on, and we were able to close the game out. But what you got, Elo?
Yeah, I didn't even remember seeing Ayo out there, but I thought your man
he was
got
out.
to start.
No, Ayo,
Coach
no, he was
Jones,
out.
That's no, he had said that what's his name was cramping too. I thought that you might have seen him and I didn't, but I seen your boy got to start. Will Harris, he played real solid, even though in the second half they began to target him a little bit. He still held his own. He didn't give up the whole show. We still held on and things like that. Along with the offense, it's kind of like our defensive play calling remedy is kind of getting to lulls at times, it seems. But that could have been coinciding this game with some of the injuries. Okuda had to step out for a sec with some cramping. Aiden Hutchinson started limping around a little bit. They pulled him toward the end of the game. It was a few things going on. But overall, real solid showing. I don't know. I'm aware of like delayed blitzes and things like that, like with the timing and stuff like that. But I watched Anzalone on one play, and I just thought like, this is the slowest blitz I've ever fucking seen. So I don't know if we should send him on no more blitzes or whatever it is. Even though, like I said, he held his own, he played a solid game. But I was like, golly, what is going on here? And it made me think like, what is going on with Derek Barnes that this is what they'd rather put in over him? Even though, we said with the defense, plays solidly, in them not giving it all the way up. But it's just that's just one of the questions that I have. Just watching Anzalone a little bit, like, what is Barnes not doing if he can't get on the field over this guy? But overall, I'm glad that we ended up getting the win. Great showing by the defense at times. Glad to see Aiden Hutchinson step up, get those big sacks. The same way we might have been talking to the same people, Coach Mike. Shout out to the guy Ryan. I used to work with him at FedEx. That was the dude jumped on my status talking about we need to look at a better pass rusher and XYZ and all this other stuff. I asked him throughout the game. I said, "Hey man, so what's going on now? Are you watching this game?" "Yeah, man. Carson Wentz is a mess." I wonder fucking why. But glad to see Aiden Hutchinson step up. Hope we get to continue it. Hopefully we get some news on what's going on with him because he was held out toward the end of the game. So hopefully it's not too serious. Hopefully we get to see him continue on with his rookie year.
Yeah, he came back for a little bit. Guys that kind of popped too, that flash right quick, that it kind of reminded me. You said that Julian Quara had that sack toward the end of the game, and then John Kaminsky, the commish, man, he's doing his thing. We have depth on the defensive line, man, and we can rotate guys. We're interchangeable. They can inside, outside, and play. And we still got some guys that's on the shelf, man. And when they come back, man, we're going to be even deeper than what we have now. Austin Bryant didn't even play this game, and he's been one of our best defensive linemen we've had this year. So, shout out to that guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aaron Glenn and those guys, man, and Wash and all those guys are defensive line coaches, man. Like our own defensive line coach right here, Mike Jones, man. Now, like I said, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Commanders fan, go ahead, man. Go ahead, give us a like, man. We appreciate you hanging out. Man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey, I said, like I said before, man. What you gonna say now? What's your excuse now? We're such a bad franchise, but you lost to a bad franchise, man. And y'all keep coming in the forward field and losing. All right, now it is time for Curt's Boss Up, balled out players and balled on player of the game. All right, y'all know who it is, man. Y'all see me rocking the jersey. Now, I will tell you this is not a 14 jersey for him. I've already had this jersey, but the 14 is for him for right now. Okay, bossed up, balled on players of the game. Offense, man, we got Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 receptions, 116 yards, 2 carries for 68 yards. And 2 touchdowns receiving. He led the team in receivings and rushing for the game. Defense, we got Aiden Hutchinson, of course, 3 sacks all in the first half, 6 total tackles, and 2 tackles for loss. That's my bossed up, balled out players of the game. Now, I won't give him a full balled on player of the game but he is an honorable mention. So we won't have a full ball on player of the game because we don't have a graphic for it, because it's just when Will Harris. Will Harris is my balled on honorable mention player of the game. Now this is what I was. Listen to me now. He gave some big plays up, gave up a touchdown, but he had an interception, so he didn't get balled on completely. He filled in nicely. That's why I say he was an honorable mention. He is not the balled on player of the game. He's an honorable mention. He did give up some big plays. Don't sit here. Hey, the tape don't lie. The dude gave up some plays, but he competed. He got the pick. So I'll give him an honorable mention. So he is the honorable mention balled on player of the game, but he is not the full balled on player of the game. I won't get him that distinction because he competed the whole game. I can't front and say he didn't compete, because he did. So that's what we got for those players of the game. Man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. But now this is gonna be my favorite one to do. It is time for the comment cards, baby. Y'all know it's my favorite segment, but I got a couple good ones today. First up, we got my man Shaman says, for the game on Sunday, I think the Lions win 17-27. Well, okay, 27 was one of the scores, but it was 36-27. Lions. Hutch gets 3 or more sacks, which he did. Swift gets 150 yards rushing. He did not. He goes on snap count. I think he only had like five or six carries. He didn't have a lot of carries for the game. Five for the game. And then the Sun guy gets 100 yards receiving. Yeah, he did. Go Lions. Okay, man. Good. Shaman, good predictions for the game, man.
Yeah, good predictions. George Eagle says, this is the game that the defensive line has to step up and get the quarterback, smother that running game. That will give our secondary and linebackers a breathing room to grow and dominate. Our offense needs to control the clock and have this team buried by the third quarter. Let's go Lions. A lot of that came true. George Eagle. Thank you for the comment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lion King says, the Commanders have numerous liabilities on D. The pass rush is missing. Young, which is putting even more pressure on a weak secondary.
Mm-hmm.
The linebacking corps is bad as ours.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even worse.
Yep.
Damn. It said Travis Etienne, who ain't that good, don't even start, had a clear TD but dropped the football. That won't happen with Swift. Plus, dude in 4 touches had near 50 yards, and dude is trash. Just keep the breath. Wow. I mean, I don't want to say he's that bad, but, just keep the brats ready and the beer cold. We eating Sunday, and we sure did eat.
Man.
We sure did eat, man. And I wish I had one of them brats with the nacho cheese and the bacon bits and everything, man.
Them things is good, man. I hear you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this comment right here was specifically chosen for this person who wrote it. So I hope you're watching this video today. It is Frankie P. He is obviously a Commanders fan.
Light up some of that Frankie P. pack.
He says, y'all obviously don't know what y'all talk about. We don't. Excuse me. Okay. You said our run and D pass isn't good. It is not. Granted, our pass D is 20th, but our D run is number 8. I can't tell because we ran for 191 yards. So we do have a good pass rush. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I had 3 sacks. Our run game was 12th last year with Antonio Gibson, who had 1,000 yards. He didn't have that this week, a rusher. But you said we don't have much of a run game. Yeah, I didn't this game. Then you brought up us having 85 yards as a team last week. Okay, Frankie P. Let me see. Let me see here. Let's see what y'all had for rushing as a team for Sunday. 88 yards. Ooh, y'all gained a whole 3 extra yards. I'm sorry, bro. I was wrong. I'm just bad. I don't know what the hell I was talking about, man. Okay. Maybe it's because our running backs only ran the ball 18 times. Well, when you get down, you come one dimensional. That's what we did to y'all. If it was like we couldn't run, we was up majority of the game when chose not to. I don't know why y'all didn't do that. This week, y'all had to pass the ball because y'all was getting y'all behind whoop, and y'all couldn't run it because y'all had to throw the ball. Then, bro, we talking about we can't run the ball when our old line was top 10 in rush blocks win rate in week 1. Y'all won that this week. And then you gonna try and say we have the same amount of acknowledgments as y'all. Y'all haven't won the NFC North title since 1991. That is correct. We have won 3 division titles in the last 9 years. That's not saying a lot in the NFC East. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But Frankie P, I appreciate your comment, man, and I hope you took that L with a dose of vinegar. All right, what you got? You got LL?
Thank you for that, Frankie P. That was nice. Friend or new to the comments, at least for me. Arc of Business REI Property said, "Good show, fellas. I rock with y'all every day. Lions win the game handily by 10 at least. We get the dub. O-line will be even better after we walked away from the run in the second quarter against Philly. Offense will dominate time of possession and slow drip destroy Lionel Richie's washed up band, the Commodores." No dissing the Commodores. I get it. We can diss the Commanders. No dissing the Commodores.
Yeah, I like the Commodores.
Washed up band, the Commodores. Lions 31-19. One pride. Thanks for the comment, man. Thanks for the comment.
Wow, that was a good one right there. Raw Detroit says, "Love the Wolverine gear. Gotta cop some. Great show, fellas. Go on and cop it. www.wolverine.com. You know what it is, man."
Yeah, man. Speaking of that, go on over to wolverine.com, get yourself some great gear, man. If you want to support the American Cancer Society of Michigan, go ahead and get yourself some Roar Up gear by my man Lion Man. That link's in the description as well. Definitely go ahead, and you can follow us on your favorite social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Man, go ahead and check us out, man. We're probably gonna have some good victory Victory Monday content over there on our personal social media platforms, man. But now it is time for everybody else's favorite subject. It's Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste, man. Now, we've already kind of said this. What Amon-Ra St. Brown and Hutch had franchise record days on Sunday, right? Said that my man Amon-Ra St. Brown has tied our illustrious leader, Team 84, Herman Moore, with those 6 consecutive games with a touchdown. And Aiden Hutchinson set the Lions rookie record for sacks in the game with 3 for the game. Shout out to those young fellas, man. They did a great job, man. We know Bubba Baker probably had more, but they didn't count sacks. Sacks wasn't an official stat until 82, and Bubba Baker was a rookie in like 78, 79. So, but shout out to my man Aiden Hutchinson, man, for doing this thing. 3 sacks, man. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, young fella. And I love the Billie Jean. They played in the stadium, and my man did the Michael Jackson leg kick when he got that sack, man. So shout out to man Aiden Hutchinson, man, for doing his thing. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, man, if he ain't the NFC Offensive Player of the Week, man, I'm gonna be pissed off, man. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this, man. He's not part of our team, but my thoughts and prayers go out to my man Trey Lance out there in San Francisco, man. A young fella, getting his opportunity to shine, man, and broke his ankle, man, early in the game, out for the season, man. So thoughts and prayers out to that young fella, man. Hopefully you can heal and come back better next year, just not against us. All right. With all that being said, man, let's go ahead and take a walk on over to the Wall of Fame right quick, man. First up, we got my man Everything King of Everything. He did some great post-game stuff over there yesterday. The Latino Leo, Sage Roberts, Shannon the Insano, and Bob Korowski. For our silver members, we got my man Cap Ice Cold, the Batman of the 313, Henry Wallace, and Mr. Scotty the Bear, Frenchman, Baguettes, and all that. For our gold members, man, Michael Huck, Larry McQuiston, my man North End Ken, Just in the D. Last night in the Lioness Lair, you had Lady Lionel Douchebagia showed up last night, and Rachel Marie Sports was on there for a little bit too. So if you didn't catch it, go over and check it out. It's on our page, man. The Lioness Lair post game wrap up at the end of the night, man. You got my man Paul Jarose, the Jazzy one, and the Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts on this Victory Monday, baby. I'll put it to my man LL. It's cool. What you got, my guy?
Happy Victory Monday again to all my Lions fans out there. I just want to throw this little tidbit out there. I forgot to mention it earlier. in my little offensive rundown. But we also, this is the third straight game of 35 plus points, 35 or more points, I should say. The first time since 1952-1953 season. That is 1,031 regular season games since. So, shout out to the Lions. Let's keep this rolling, man. Let's get victory number 2 and 3 and 4 and keep it going.
I just want to say on this Victory Monday, it was a trifecta this weekend for me. Friday night, the at homecoming, Northwest Mounties, we beat Penfield 34-22. Then it go on over to that ass whooping that we put on UConn on Saturday.
That was expected.
59-0. Woo! And then yesterday, man, the Lions came out with the victory. And I'm just glad that we got 3 of them things. So this is truly a Victory Monday for me, man. Wolf Lions, go Mounties.
All right. For me, for wrapping up today's show, man. Again, for the Commanders fans, I heard you were looking for me. Here I go. Come talk your trash now, man. Come talk to your boy. I told you from the giddy up, I wasn't scared of y'all, and it came to fruition. Our offense was just better than y'all's, man. Our offense was just clicking, and it is what it is. Now, defense showed up. I said the defense was going to show up this game, and they did. We still got some work to do. It wasn't perfect, but we still got some work to do. But we did what we were supposed to do for the Lions, for the franchise. We won the game we were supposed to win. So shout out to Dan Campbell and his staff, man, for calling a pretty good game. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have a lot of bonehead calls, man. Sometimes it's just execution, but, I think we did good. We got a big test next week, man. So we'll celebrate today, but tomorrow on to the Vikings. But all that being said, man, thank you for joining us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. For this Victory Monday, man, going over to Delightful Bites, man. I didn't do that earlier. Go ahead, Delightful Bites, man. DelightfulBites18.com if you just do the email. But Delightful Bites, man, and get yourself some good desserts on Victory Monday, man, because how sweet it is to eat some good old desserts on a Victory Monday. With all that being said, man, if you eat no dessert, man, get the napkin, man. Get the crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.